Okay, so sacred silence, like this is just quiet time, really. If you think about it, like when was the last time you sat down and was just still? Probably not for a long time. So again, a lot of the stuff we've got in our society now, it's like really distracting. It's actually quite hard to get bored because there's just so much stuff to do. Like the moment you even start to get bored, you just flick your phone out and you're just entertaining yourself. So finding time to have prolonged periods of time where you're still and quiet allows you to start to be able to think at a much deeper level about what's going on rather than just at this very superficial level, which is just that monkey mind I referred to. It's just your brain ping ponging around. And so you want to start to really practice this so you can start to get some deeper insights about who you are, like what are you doing, like what do you really want in life. And if you're constantly distracting yourself and you're not allowing yourself any time to think at a deeper level, then well yeah, it's just you're just bouncing around from one thing to the next to the next to the next with no clear direction about where you're going, and you're actually getting frustrated while it's happening because you know that you're supposed to be doing something else with your life, but you're getting frustrated. So it's finding a time, and again, it could be small, but the longer you can get it, the better. So start with maybe 5 minutes, but then aim to get up to at least 15 minutes. And so we've got part of this breathing and sacred silence during the morning routine. Ideally, do it again at night, but find some time during the middle of the day to do it as well. And it's helps to just hit the reset button on your stress levels, and just helps to give you some clarity so that especially like getting into the afternoon, you're not just getting overwhelmed. And again, with the breathing that we're doing, the deep breathing, the box breathing, it's all about trying to let the thoughts go, but of course your thoughts are always there. And so in the explanation, it's talking about getting like deeper insights. So what I'm talking about is most of the thoughts when you start doing these breathing exercises, they're just the irrelevant mental chatter. Like it's just dumb stuff that's not important at all. Like it's like, oh, I need to do this, or I need to do that, or having this like random memory of when you went down to the shops and bought some milk. Like it's stupid stuff that like isn't important. Like they're not important thoughts. It's very clearly not an important thought. It's just your brain going. Boo. So what I'm referring to though is from time to time when you're doing this, you'll start to have thoughts that are much clearer, that are they're important. Like it's actually like a, oh wow, it's like a light bulb moment. So it's not like a, oh yeah, I need to go and quickly answer this thing on Facebook. That's not a light bulb moment. A light bulb moment is when you suddenly go, oh yeah, like that's right. Like you suddenly get this insight into, I should go do this, or I've been approaching this the wrong way, or everyone would know what I'm talking about. When you suddenly have this aha moment. So I actually did some of this today, and the whole time my brain's just throwing all this random stuff at me that's just completely irrelevant. And so I keep focusing on the breathing, and then finally I get this really clear insight into actually but what I'm doing with you guys right now, like in terms of summarizing the book. Like I was getting really overwhelmed with like, oh man, there's so much stuff and how do I fit it all in, and blah blah, and then my brain's going off, and then suddenly it just occurred to me, it was like, no, you're trying to put everything in there. Like it doesn't, you don't need everything, because I'm just trying to give you guys the bare bones to work with, not trying to give you the full thing. The full, if you want to do the full thing, go get the book. And it was just this moment of clarity where I was like, oh wait a minute, no, I'm overthinking this. Like I'm trying to take on too much workload unnecessarily, and I was just like, oh yeah, cool. And so in that 15-minute period, that was the only insight that I have, and the rest of the time it was just mental garbage. It was just nothing thoughts, and it was constantly pushing those away, pushing those away, pushing those away, and then this really, like I said, light bulb moment, ding, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool, sweet, so useful. Okay, so again, you need to schedule time to do this. It's not just going to happen. You need to look at your diary or your work schedule, whatever it is, and go, okay, well, where can I find 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get some time by myself to go and practice just breathing, being still, and clearing my mind? Because you need to start to learn how to control your thoughts, this is part of it.